Hello, hello. Lachelle Barnett here, launch and brand strategist, jumping on to do, you know what, our weekly videos every Tuesday, Thursday, quick 10, 15-minute videos, usually not 15 minutes, but we're focused on learning, but implementing more than what we learn. So today we are talking about one of my absolutely favorite topics because it comes up so much is niching, right? I want you all to understand the difference between niching, having a niche, and having a category because I see this confusion happen a lot. Okay. So first of all, well, let's talk about why we would even niche in the first place, right? A lot of times people are considering niching, kind of feeling like they should niche, but they don't want to niche because it's like, I'm going to miss money. I'm not going to have enough people to serve, et cetera, et cetera. But here's what I want you to understand. If you don't change that mindset, okay, because that's what it is. If you don't change the mindset, you're losing out on revenue. And I want to demonstrate to you why over the next 5 or 6 minutes. Okay. So the two reasons why we niche is number one, if you're going to leverage social media, and really it applies to any kind of marketing, but since I know that majority of you that are watching this are looking to leverage social media to be able to gain new clients and market your products and services, then it applies even more so to you all. Why? Because there are a billion people on this platform alone, right? We're not even talking about all of the other social media platforms, but just the one that you're likely catching this one on, Facebook. Guess what? Lots of people. Well, how the hell do you get clients? How do you attract people to you when there's a billion people on the platform? So the number one, let me get my pen here. The number one reason why we even do this, well, actually, it's the number two reason in my book, but the number two reason why we niche is because you need to stand out. There are a lot of coaches that do the same thing that you do or do something similar to what you do. And if you don't embrace standing out, you won't. You'll just blend in with the crowd, but it doesn't have to be that way. Okay. Here's the number one reason. To me, it's about integrity. Okay. The truth is, you cannot, y'all know I can't spell, so do not come for me. I mean, you can come for me if you want to, but I wouldn't advise it. You cannot do everything in one specific category. So let me give you an example of what I mean by this. If I am a fitness coach, okay, can you help people with all things fitness? No, you cannot. Okay. Same thing if you're a business coach, a spiritual coach, a parenting coach, a mental health coach. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. The truth is, you don't have the capacity to help them with every single thing as it relates to those categories, right? So in order to stand in integrity and be able to deliver on the promises that you're telling people that you can do, then you need to be clear about what that is. And the truth is, it is a specific area that you can help people with, not all things business or not all things fitness or health and wellness. Okay. So that's the why. So let's talk about the difference. Okay. When we talk about categories, okay, we're essentially talking about, I'm going to do it this way instead of, I'm going to do it this way. Okay. So here's an example of the difference between a category and a niche. Okay. So a category might be mental health, right? Maybe I'm a coach and I work in the mental health space. Another category might be e-commerce business, right? Maybe that's the category. And I know sometimes we're like, well, that's a niche. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Let's just say relationships. Maybe I'm in the relationship field, or maybe I'm even going to say married, right? I am a relationship coach that helps with married couples. Okay. So we have mental health, e-commerce business, and a relationship coach that focuses on marriage. Now, I know some people are thinking, oh, well, marriage coach is a niche or e-commerce business is a niche, but I want to help you understand the difference between a niche and a category. Okay, so if we were going to take each one of these three examples and actually niche them in a little bit, and let me just say this, there are levels to niching, right? You could niche down one level, you could niche down multiple levels, but I'm giving you the basics. Okay, so if I'm a mental health coach, one example might be depression, right? I am a mental health coach that specializes in depression. Okay, that would be considered a niche. Let's say I am in the e-commerce business and my niche is funnels, right? I specialize in helping e-commerce businesses create funnels. That is a niche. Let's say for the marriage coaches, I'm going to say sex. Why? Because that's an issue. Okay, so I am a relationship coach that specializes in serving married couples who are wanting to increase their sex life. These, my friend, are closer to niches, right? Versus these over here that are categories, right? So when we talk about the difference, here's what I want you to start thinking about. This stands for difference, okay? The difference is, number one, it's specific. Okay, mental health is not specific. E-commerce business feels more specific because it's not just business, but it's not. And marriage stuff also may seem specific to someone, but there's a million things that you can help somebody with as it relates to being a marriage coach. Okay, so the more specific you get, right? And when we're talking about specific, you need to be clear about the outcomes. Okay, the focus. Now, let me just be clear. There's lots of ways to niche yourself, but the two things that are typically required is, number one, part of it is based on your avatar or your audience, right? The other part is based on either the problem that you're solving or the solution that you're delivering for people, right? Usually it's a combination of both. So I help female coaches launch funnels to help them create residual income. You see how specific that is? Here's the thing that I want you to think about, okay? Tell me which one of these things would you personally be most attracted to? Okay, let me give you some examples. Let's say I'm in the relationship field. Okay, I'm a relationship coach. Let's say you're looking for support as it relates to relationship stuff. All right, let's say you're single. Which one of these are you going to be most attracted to if you happen to see a flyer, a post, anything on social? Something that talks about, oh, I help people love themselves more. I help women love themselves more. Or if you saw something that says, I help you, let's say it was set boundaries and eliminate people who have red flags. Which one are you most likely to say yes to? Well, most people are going to say the latter, right? And guess what? It's the same thing. If you're eliminating people because of red flags and setting boundaries, guess what? That is a form of self-love, right? Let's do another one. Which one of these would you be most attracted to? Let's say you were trying to lose weight. Okay, you're trying to get healthier. Well, would you be most attracted to someone on social who said, I can help you lose weight and get healthy? Or someone who said, I can help you lose 3 inches off your stomach? Right? If you're a person, on the average person, right? Now, this may or may not apply to you because maybe you don't want to lose your stomach. But for the rest of us, we're going to be more attracted to the person who says, I'm going to help you lose your stomach. Okay, same thing. Last one. Let's do finance, right? Let's say you're trying to improve your personal finances. Okay, are you going to be more attracted to the person who says, I'm going to help you with budgeting, right? Which is kind of like a niche, right? It's kind of, right? Or are you going to be more attracted to the person who says, we help people save $1,000 to take yearly vacations? It's the same thing. But one is more specific and one is more attractive. Which one are you likely to say yes to? right? You're likely to say yes to the latter in each one of those cases. So the question that I want you to ask yourself, if you yourself are likely to say yes to more specific kinds of pitches, more specific kinds of information, then why are you not doing the same thing in your business? The thing that I want, I'm going to change the color so y'all can like clearly hear me. Okay. The thing that I want you to start thinking about is acting like a CEO, right? Not just a coach, right? The coach in you wants to serve everybody. Obviously, I don't have enough space. Why did that? Let me just erase this because I want this to be clear. Okay, so the coach in you wants to serve everybody, which I get. We all want to have the greatest amount of impact. But the CEO in you, right, the person that you have to keep putting at the front, this is the business-minded person. The CEO says, where can I have the greatest amount of impact and make the greatest amount of income? Right? Impact and income. Right? From a revenue generating space, you're going to get more out of niching and being clear and doubling down than you are trying to talk to the masses if you're trying to leverage social media. Right? I want you to think about the difference between what you can do versus what you should do. Because the truth is, if you're a relationship coach, let's say you're this marriage coach here, okay? Could you help singles and could you help married people? Sure you could. There's a pretty good chance that if you can help one group, you probably could help the other group. But the process is different. What you're going to be teaching the couple that's been married for 20 years, right? The person that's been married 20 years, you're going to teach them something different. You're going to help them different versus the person who's a newlywed and they only been married 1 year. That's a whole different process versus the person who wants to get married and hasn't done it yet. These are three different processes, which brings us back to integrity. Are you going to be able to deliver on what it is you say you do? Well, not if you're all broad like that. And the truth is, you can help all of those people, but you need to figure out where you're going to start right now, right? And then grow into the other markets. Hopefully this is helpful to you. If it is, let us know so we know we're not doing these videos in vain. Share them out with your people and your tribe. Tag your business bestie. And of course, we'd love for you to join our community. The link is always at the top. We're doing these videos and more inside of our community. So hopefully this was helpful to you all. Peace.